All right, today we're going to talk about how to go viral. By conservative estimates, the Fritz Grobe and Stephen Volt's Coke and Mentos videos have now been seen over 120 million times, and they were voted Go Viral's Internet Game Changer of the Decade. So let's take a quick look at a little bit of their Diet Coke and Mentos experiment. So I think you get the idea there. Let me go back to the PowerPoint here. So, according to their website, the extreme Diet Coke and Mentos experiments went online at eepybird.com on Saturday, June 3rd of 2006. We told one person, he told some friends, they told some friends. Within hours, thousands of people were coming to see the video. That Monday morning, just 2 days after the video went online, The Late Show with David Letterman called. It was that quick. Tuesday morning, Late Night with Conan O'Brien called. Wednesday afternoon, we were on NPR's All Things Considered. Thursday, the people who built the Bellagio fountains in Las Vegas, which was our big inspiration for the choreography, called. It was completely overwhelming and exciting. 3 weeks later, we were headed to New York to appear on Letterman, The Today Show, and more. Now, if you're the Mentos company, you could get pretty excited about this. Think of the millions of exposures that you would get at no cost to you. Traditional marketing techniques would have cost hundreds or even millions of dollars to get those kinds of numbers. For marketers, one of the coolest things about the web is that when an idea takes off, it can really propel a company or brand to fame and fortune for free. Whatever you call it, viral, buzz, word-of-mouth marketing, having other people tell your story drives action. A lot of these campaigns start very innocently. Someone creates a funny video or a cartoon just to amuse their friends. One person sends it to another, and so on. But when an organization deliberately sets out to go viral, they often fail. The approaches are usually a gimmicky contest, or they feel too much like an advertisement. To succeed, you really need a huge amount of timing and luck. Many times a homemade feel seems to work. The formula is a combination of some great and free web content that is groundbreaking or amazing or hilarious or involves a celebrity, plus a network of people to light the fire, and all with links that make it very easy to share. Don't forget that something may go viral that you didn't start, and it may show you or your products in a negative light. Every day on blogs, podcasts, video, Twitter, people promote and pan products. Customers tell good and bad tales in which products and services play a starring role. Sadly, a lot of companies are clueless about what's going on in the blogosphere. They need to not just count how many times they're mentioned, but analyze exactly what's being said, looking for trends in the words and phrases being used as they relate to their product or service. On the day the Diet Coke and Mentos experiment went viral, there was a huge spike in the number of blog posts mentioning Mentos. At the least, you should be monitoring for a reason for the spike and be alerting your manager so that when the Wall Street Journal calls for a comment, It's not, what are you talking about? Now, Pete Healy, who was vice president of marketing for the makers of Mentos, said, "We contacted the two guys at EP Bird and said we really liked the way the Mentos brand was represented. We had recently conducted a meeting about our brand personality, and we decided that if our brand was a person, it would be like Adam Sandler, quirky, tongue-in-cheek, and fun. Because the EP Bird video had those qualities, we were delighted." So Healy saw that he had an opportunity to really push the viral movement forward. He linked to the video from the official Mentos site. He offered the guys at EP Bird his support. When they appeared on Leno and Letterman, he offered them a Mentos ride, a convertible with Mentos branding, passing out samples on the street on the way there. They launched an affiliated contest to get people to submit their own Mentos Geyser videos. Healy said, "It has always been true that what a brand means is determined by a consumer, the end user. Now there is a feedback loop that didn't exist before." Marketers at Coca-Cola actually tried to distance themselves from EP Bird. They felt the videos did not fit the Diet Coke brand, and they took a lot of heat from bloggers. A worldwide rave is when people around the world are talking about you, your company, your products, and a global community links to your virtual doorstep. It's when online buzz drives buyers to your stuff on the web. People genuinely want to be there. You can trigger a worldwide rave too. Just create something valuable that people want to share and make it easy for them to do so. Anyone with thoughtful ideas to share and clever ways to create interest in them can become famous and find success on the web. Many of the techniques that trigger a worldwide rave are the exact opposite of what you've learned on the job or have been taught in school. For example, nobody cares about your products except for you. People like to be entertained and share something remarkable. Don't worry about not talking about your products. When you're famous on the web, people will line up to learn more about you and to buy what you have to offer. No coercion is required. Things like free shipping, this week only, 20% off. This is very product-centric advertising, and it's not how you get people to talk about you. When you've got something worth sharing, no coercion is required. Lose control, and this scares a lot of people. But you've got to lose control of your messages. Make your content free, and don't focus on generating things like sales leads. You've got to put roots down. There's a saying, if you want to find a girl or a guy, then you have to go where the girls or the guys are. The same is true of the virtual world. If you want your ideas to spread, you need to be involved in the online communities of the people who actively share. You want to create triggers that encourage people to share. When a product or service solves someone's problem or is very valuable, interesting, funny, or just plain outrageous, it's ready to be shared. To elevate your online content to the status of a worldwide rave, you need a trigger to get people talking. Point the world to your virtual doorstep. When people start talking about you, they'll generate all kinds of online buzz that will be indexed by the search engines relating to what your organization is up to. Forget about the data-driven search engine technologies. The better approach to drive people to your stuff via the search engines is to create a worldwide rave. Your organization's websites will quickly rise to prominence in the rankings on Google and other search engines. Now, to give you a couple of examples, one is the film The Graduates, which was released in 2009. And it's a comedy about four friends who head to the beach without a care in the world, and they developed a loyal following among the 18 to 34 demographic after showing at some festivals and screenings. It was advertised solely by word of mouth and a free soundtrack download. The film had music of several indie bands popular with that particular buyer persona. Both the bands and the film needed as much promotion as possible as they were competing with big budget films with big budget soundtracks. So they created special codes allowing people to download the soundtrack for free. This might not work for a more established band who is really well known, They typically want large license fees, and small independent filmmakers might not be able to afford that. Here, at the very least, these new bands had a movie which served as a music video for them. So, what could you give away to create a worldwide rave of your own? Think about that. Now, we've talked a lot about products. What about news? When an organization has news so important, it has viral potential. And I want you to go and pause this presentation for a moment so that you can get your book and look at the Outsell click fraud story on page 124. Now, the lesson learned there is that with careful nurturing and awareness of the news media and bloggers' roles in helping promote ideas, the story can reach a really huge audience. So the final thought here is that having others to tell your story is a powerful way to reach your audience. Social outreach is important, but it's not particularly social or viral if you don't listen or let your audience decide how they want to participate. So now think about this. Is there a viral component that you might be able to add to your group projects?